So I'm filming this on Tuesday. I just spent about an hour and 10 minutes or so standing in line to cast my vote. And I know that many of you either voted early or spent time in line today to cast your vote as well. And maybe by the end of today, we might know who won the presidential election. We might know who won other races for Congress or Senate, depending on whatever races you had in your area to vote for today. But one thing we definitely do know, no matter who wins the most votes, no matter who wins the most states, no matter who will fill the office of president or member of Congress or in the Senate, one thing we know for sure is that God is still on his throne. And sometimes it feels like our world is falling apart. Sometimes it feels like our world it just continues to just crumble to pieces and maybe even seems beyond repair. It might even seem beyond that's no longer redeemable. How can these things fit together? If God is still sovereign, if God is still in control, why would he let these things happen? Just doing some reading in preparation for the last series, just the thought that God ordained government. He puts leaders in their places. And in Daniel it says that God takes the rules of men and he gives authority to whomever he chooses. And so, no matter who wins, God has ordained that person to fulfill that office for the time being. It's a stewardship that they will be called upon to give an account. And like I said Sunday in my message, whoever wins will probably neither be the best president ever, and they probably won't be the worst head of state ever as well. You can look down through history, and there's been a number of people who have blown it, who have messed it up, who have been terrible examples and done terrible things, far beyond anything that our current politicians could begin to put in play. But God's still on his throne. No one is voting God out of office. No one is removing him from his position. There are those who may live as if he does not exist, and there are those who live as if he has no effect on their life. But as we look through the pages of Scripture, if we walk in step with God, we see that our lives are blessed. He doesn't say vote Democrat. He doesn't say vote Republican. He says to submit to and honor and respect and to pray for those who are in authority over us. So my call for us this week and in the weeks ahead and the months ahead, no matter who won, if it was your candidate, good for you. If it was not your candidate, but maybe better luck next time. But we have to pray for those who are in these roles and these positions of authority, that God will use them to help bring about his kingdom here on earth. And even more importantly, that whoever's going to live in a particular address in Washington, D.C., we can always take care of the person who lives at our address in our city, that we can make sure that we are living according to the laws of God, and that we are doing so in humility and compassion and wisdom and love that God has given us. So I pray most of all for you, most of all for our country, that God will use us to be a light, to draw all men back to himself. Hey guys, I love you, and I'm praying for you, and I hope we get to see each other real soon.